Yeah, that does something to my brain. Like, it feels like I just got off a really dizzy ride, like a really spinny ride from that little motion.
I was going to suggest that it might feel like that.
But it feels like I'm dizzy now. Why, friend? Why am I dizzy now?
Because you had so much fun.
No, everything's spinning.
Probably because you had movement that you weren't in control of.
But it shouldn't still be spinning.
Stop it.
But...
I don't know. I don't know how I can do it. I could try moving you back the other way.
No. This is... Kids have a hard time explaining it, but this is something we've been trying to figure out since Lauren's birthday party. Mm-hmm. Because this feeling is what led to that night being processed as trauma.
Gotcha.
And we experienced it again while we were driving to Fisher's conference. As the road held a path that had windiness in it, both in ups and downs and right and left curves. Mm-hmm. I could feel myself losing consciousness. It has never been a more specific feeling. My vision started to go. My breathing was shallow. I was literally just fighting to stay conscious. And I had to hum at the top of my lungs and stick my head out the window just to stay somewhat coherent. And then I had to do extensive grounding once we got to where we were. And everything was spinning and I couldn't process things.
And this was on the way?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Words weren't making sense. And that's exactly what happened when we were driving to Lauren's party, because it was down in Big Sur. Mm-hmm. And so when we got to Monterey, I was like a little carsick, but I was still a person. Mm-hmm. And I remember stopping to throw up and take a picture because I knew I wasn't, like something in me knew that we weren't coherent anymore. And it was after that everything was processed as trauma, where I couldn't understand words. The process of stimuli was different. Like, I couldn't breathe. I wasn't a person anymore. I wasn't conscious. And it's very much a physical thing, because no matter what mental tricks I did, I couldn't get back my language, etc. And so driving to Fisher's conference, that started to happen again, and we got really terrified that it was going to be processed as trauma, so we intervened as best as we could, just staying conscious and then, whatnot. But it's specifically a loss of consciousness. Something happens when we turn, and it happened like this morning, like when we get out of bed and we walk in the room and then turn and shut the door and then turn into the room. We get so dizzy that we almost pass out. Only before we're grounded. After we're grounded, it's okay. But that's like hours later after lots of work and making sure we've eaten something. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
But we made a vow that we would find out what happened, because I'm not okay with a friend of 10 years now being part of a trauma memory from something that wasn't traumatic.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's so it's something clearly in my brain, because I know I'm not crazy and I need to figure it out. But this is another clue. So whatever you did there, where it's just lifting me and turning me like a couple inches, did something to my brain.
It's definitely a proprioceptive event. And we know that we can recreate it because it happened last time. If we wanted to experiment with it, we could totally make it happen again.
Yeah, we've been trying to find feelings that are similar but not as intense, so we can experiment, because this is a must. What's a proprioceptor thing?
A proprioceptive event. All right. So
teach me, friend, teach me.
So in what I do, anytime that you have something that can't quite be diagnosed yet, or we refer to it as an event.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, like, if you got, if you were like walking through the woods, you came home, and all of a sudden you had this big pussing wound, that'd be like an infectious event until you found out what it was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so a proprioceptive event means something that happened as a result of your body moving itself in space and trying to figure out where it was.
Oh. The Body Keeps the Score talks about this. Interesting. Okay.